All right, so what next? Commodities market update. Let's see if we can get Halima Adediran now to bring us up to speed with what's happening with commodities. Hello, Halima.
Good morning, Ladi.
All right, it's great to have you. So we're seeing there's some changes there when it comes to the FX market. Yesterday, for the close, we saw the NAFEM window that closed in the red, just a slight red, but the NAFEX window gained. So what are you seeing playing out in the FX market here?
Okay, so year to date, we'll see that the Naira to dollar rate has been declining, that it has been on a free fall. But we'll see that around some couple of weeks ago, we see a stability in the rate. 1640. But surprisingly, the Naira closed at the parallel market at about 1740 last trading week, which is as a result of demand pressure. Although there is an appreciation to about 1705 at the close of business yesterday because of the consumer resistance, and they are beginning to edge against a further fall in the Naira to dollar rate. Well, if we look at the time that we are in right now, we are likely to see more pressure on the Naira, given the fact that we are approaching the festive period whereby there will be a lot of buying and business activities in terms of traveling, buying, stockpiling and all. And this is likely to increase the pressure on the Naira to dollar rate. Although the government has tried to do a unified exchange rate, that has not been achieved, but we are seeing a narrow gap between the NAFEM and the parallel market rate, which is the official and the black market rate. But going forward, we are likely to see more pressure because of the demand for forex in the market, given so many buys and business activities that will still go on.
All right, let's get a check on the oil market. We did see last week it was a big drop, about 7%. But we're seeing weakness starting the week, looking at Brent and WTI. What are you seeing for this week? Do you think it's going to follow what we saw in the previous week?
Okay, for oil markets, there are so many factors that affect the demand and supply dynamics, which is the OPEC plus supply, the non-OPEC member supply, the demand in China, as well as the demand in the US. At the last trading week, we see that Brent fell to about $73 per barrel. That is like a 6% drop. But we see a surge this week because of the increased tension of the Middle East conflict. And we are also seeing that consumers are factoring that into the price of the commodity. And we are still likely to see increased tension because Israel is planning to do like a retaliation on Iran. So this is likely to still affect the price of and the supply of oil in the global market, because the Middle East has some of the largest producers of oil in the global market. And apart from that, we'll see that behind US, we have China and India, who are the top when it comes to consuming and consumption of oil in the global market. And the Chinese economy now is facing series of challenges which cut across different sectors of the economy. And the projection of the IEA, that is the International Energy Agency, is showing that there will still be a decline in the demand for oil in Chinese this year and going into 2024. So the price we are going to see for oil in the global market will depend on the extent of the supply and the demand in the global market. So which is going to weigh on the direction of the price going forward.
I will definitely be tracking that. Maybe $50 Brent might be on the cards with what we're seeing, happening with China. But what are you seeing for the local commodities market?
Okay, so for the local commodity, we've seen a stability to some extent. We are seeing prices ranging from 1,050 naira to 1,100, depending on where you are buying from. And this is an increase compared to where we are coming from, and is likely to affect the stability of commodities prices. So for the local commodities prices, we'll see that harvest seasonality effect is giving us like a mild drop in perishable goods like the tomato, pepper, and all. But we are not seeing the exact drop we're supposed to, or that is expected from the prices of those commodities. But when we go into like bag of rice and all other commodities that are imported or have imported content, to see that their prices is still very high. So consumers will still continue to be squeezed for the period and the time being.
I guess consumers need a break right now when it comes to most of this price. But thank you so much, Halima Adediran, for bringing us up to speed at what's playing out in most of these markets. Thank you.
Welcome. Thanks for having me.
Definitely, all most of the companies are reporting their quarter three